So probably you have seen your chickens losing feathers and you are wondering why. But some of you, maybe you have seen your chickens eating. Shut up. So some of you, maybe you have seen your chickens pecking on each other and then eating those feathers. I want to tell you the reason why chickens do that. Because so you probably have seen your chickens pecking each other, and maybe you are wondering why are these chickens eating each other's feathers. Let me just work on that, and we'll come back soon. Chickens pecking on each other, eating each other's feathers. You know that is a problem. Some of you, maybe you have not noticed, maybe you have not seen your chickens eating each other's feathers, but some of you maybe have seen your chickens eating each other's feathers. That is a problem, and that problem needs to be addressed, because at the end of it, if you don't solve that problem, your chickens will end up becoming cannibals. They will start eating each other. You know, chickens, when they see blood, when they taste blood, they will eat your chicken alive. They will keep on pecking where they are pecking when they see blood. So, you know, pecking is bad. So, one of the reasons why pecking is always a problem is that your chickens, most of the time, you find like they are lacking protein. And when chickens are lacking proteins, you find that they'll start eating each other's feathers because chicken can notice if they are lacking something in their body. So when your chickens are lacking protein, they'll likely start to have to peck on each other's feathers because they seem to notice like protein is in these feathers. So sometimes it's just molting. You know, there's a time in a period of your chicken's life whereby they'll start losing feathers in order for them to grow new ones. So you find like your chickens, they are on molt, they are molting out their feathers. Then sometimes you find like, especially here for those broody hens, most of the time they lose the feathers from here because of being broody when they sit on the eggs. Those are normal circumstances. But there's this abnormal circumstance which you don't need in your chickens, whereby your chickens just start to peck each other. I've had this problem in this same poultry that you are seeing me here. So there's this chicken you are seeing here. All these parts that you are seeing over here, they were pecked by these other chickens. So this chicken had to lose a lot of feathers, but thankfully they didn't hurt and injure this chicken, so they couldn't eat it alive. But I've noticed there's one chicken that always does this. The other chickens have stopped, and just imagine some of these chickens, sometimes it's just that their behavior, that when they start this behavior, it's not easy for them to stop pecking on the other chickens. Even if you provide all the necessary things that they need for them to stop this pecking order, they will still continue pecking the other chickens, which is not good, and you have to deal with it. So sometimes what you have to do is you have to isolate the chickens that are being pecked on. You isolate them, especially if they are injured. You isolate them, you put them on the isolation area. But in case maybe there's a lack of protein, you need to work on that. So as in for me, I noticed like my chickens were lacking proteins. Like, you know, the last feed that I made, I think it's different with the one that I made now. I made the last one, I had to add like 2.5 kgs of fish meal. But this time around, I've increased and I added about 3.1 according to the measures we had last time, 3.1. So that was an increase in the protein, because protein is usually found in fish meal, which is animal protein. So now I've noticed like the other chicken that was losing feathers, which I'll just show here. This chicken that you are seeing here, you've seen this is where it had to lose its feathers, but now it has its feathers back because we have fed these chickens with the good amount of protein. So you have to know the diet of your chickens. If there is lack of protein there, they'll start pecking on each other. And then sometimes it's there are areas where you will notice that it's not normal for the chickens to lose feathers from. There's like these other parts like here. You know, sometimes when the chicken, like the rooster, is mounting on these chickens, they tend to lose feathers here because of the rough way it might jump on top of the hens. They lose feathers from here. But the other one, you will see like on these legs where this chicken has been pecked on, sometimes on the neck, on the in this other chicken, you see like on the neck here, it has been pecked on because they've eaten them. But if you see now, the feathers have started growing back because now the chickens are having enough protein in their feed. So guys, make sure the diet has good enough protein. And if you notice your chickens taking like this, and if you have enough space, you can separate it from the others. If it fails when you add up more protein in the feed, then this fails. That's when now you isolate it, give it a space of its own. But in case you add protein, then this thing stops. That means you have solved the problem. But sometimes it might be because if your chickens are fully crowded and the space is small, sometimes these chickens get bored, then they start pecking on each other. So you have to provide something that will keep them busy. But as in for me, I think we were lacking protein in these chickens. And thank God we have managed to take out this problem. And I'm really happy that my chickens now they are developing their feather back, which is good. So that was it, guys. So now I'm just preparing these veggies for these chickens so that they can eat. So that's the reason why you are seeing me with these spring onions, because I noticed, like last time I told you, I noticed my chickens love spring onions, especially when I mix it with the vegetables. So I'm just giving them this. So guys, and taking order by doing these things that I've told you. Isolate the chickens or work on your diet. And if your diet doesn't work, isolate the chicken. Okay? Or maybe it might be molting time, which is normal for the chickens. They start to lose their feathers in order for them to grow the other feathers. That is normal in their life. So, but for now, as we had this problem and this is the way we dealt it. So guys, just let me prepare these vegetables for these chickens so that they might eat. Then you'll be able to see how they love these veggies. I've always told you my chickens love vegetables. So guys, stay tuned and do what I've told you. This video was for you to know what causes your chickens to eat each other's feathers. So guys, you've watched the video, you have seen I had this problem as well, and this was my experience, and this is how I dealt it. So guys, also you, if you have this same problem, try to work with all these and get to notice. I forgot to tell you guys, it's just that I didn't put it in a video. One chicken is brooding. It became broody, and we gave it when it became broody, we had to wait for it for 7 days because we wanted to do um, like three chickens, all of them sitting on the eggs. Like, we just needed the chickens, the babes, like the, the chicks to come out on the same day. But when you wait for a chicken for 1 week, then the other ones are not becoming broody. It's better you give that one hen that is broody the eggs that it can sit on, because if you wait for it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, it's not good. But for us, since only one chicken is showed like it has become broody a week after, then we gave it the eggs. Since the other ones are not showing that they are broody, they are still laying. And guys, honestly speaking, these chickens that I have, these chickens can lay eggs. I'm telling you, these chickens have laid, maybe I can say, should be the other chicken, it laid less 25 eggs. But these other ones, they've laid, today they are making about 30 eggs. Just imagine, 30 eggs. Imagine if I had an incubator, which I'm usually working on right now. You'll see it right here. We'll make our homemade incubator. We'll make it from here. Then I'll share the video and I'll share how we have made it. So yeah, guys, so one chicken is sitting on the eggs, and definitely soon you'll see baby chicks, the arrival of new baby chicks. Then we'll take care of them just right here. And those who are new to the channel, subscribe so that you may know how to handle day old chicks until they reach maturity. because we'll be sharing all that information here in this channel. So make sure you watch the videos that we post. So like the video, subscribe, and put on the notification bell so that every time when I post a video, you are able to see it. So guys, let me just prepare this, then I give it to the chickens, then you'll be able to see how much they love. I'm sure you've seen the other videos how they love this, so I don't think this is a surprise to you guys. So let me just prepare, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which is super good and super informative for your poultry farming business. I am here as your poultry plug to make sure that you succeed in your poultry farming business. I do broilers. You will see videos on broilers, but for now we are doing episodes on these local chickens. As you know, I'm a broiler poultry farmer. If you look on these videos that are down here that I've done like maybe 2 3 years ago, I was doing broilers, which I'm still doing. But now I need to do now organic broiler poultry farming for you guys so that you see how organic works and how good it is also when you start dealing it with broilers. So guys, let me just prepare this, give it to my chickens, and I have them enjoying it. See you on the next video. See you on the other episode. Bye bye.